That's right, we're here with Robbie Brogdon, who's the CEO of the Coyotes team, and you can actually see him practicing back behind us here at Synergy Sports Complex. Now, Robbie, you guys have a big weekend coming up. You have your tryouts. What we want to do first is start by telling us a little bit about the organization, all the different teams that you have, the ages, and then we'll get into the tryouts coming up this weekend.
Okay. We have our tryouts this weekend in Leesburg at the Coyote Sports Complex. We have teams in all age groups. We're going to have a 10U team, possibly two 12Us, two 14 and under, and a 16 and under and an 18 and under is the plan.
Excellent. Tell us how the Sewega Coyotes kind of got started. I know you're the CEO. You kind of spearheaded this entire project. Now, how long have you guys been around, and how did this whole organization kind of get its legs?
Well, I had a couple of guys that had a recreation all-star team, and they actually wanted to keep playing, wanted to play more, wanted to play a more advanced level, and they called me, and I've had some experience with organizations like this in soccer and did some football stuff, and asked me if I'd help them out, and I said I would, and this was all a year ago. And before we knew it, we had 5 teams in different age groups. So it grew really fast.
Absolutely. So new but rapidly growing. You catered to girls from 19 different counties around southwest Georgia. Tell us about your tryouts coming up this weekend, August 9th, that you just briefly mentioned there.
Well, we're gonna have them, like I said, at the Coyote Sports Complex. It starts at 10 with the 10 and unders, and then we're gonna take a little break for lunch, and we start back with the 12 and unders at 1:30, and then at 3 is the 14 and under, and then at 4:30 we're combining 16 and 18-year-olds.
Excellent. Now I know that the kind of the mission of the Coyotes is to spread softball, obviously a very rapidly growing sport, especially down here in this region, throughout the region. But do you need, if a girl is sitting at home right now thinking, I want to play softball, I know this is a competitive team, what kind of experience are you looking for this organization?
Well, it varies. We do have different teams, and I'm not going to say they're based on skill level, but we'll look at anybody, and we're about development. So if somebody shows some potential or shows a want to, we'll work with them. We're partners with Synergy Sports Academy here. They do a lot of our training, which I think is unique for this area. So we're very open-minded as far as experience goes, and a lot of it is, how committed is the individual.
Absolutely. All right. Well, great. Again, Coyote Sports Complex in Leesburg. That's August 9th. Of course, oops, sorry, I'm getting these gnats in the face here. We're going to actually head inside in our next hour, so make sure to stick around for that. We're going to get to meet some of the players,
right.
And I'm going to learn a thing or two, or at least attempt to, and so we'll see how that goes. So make sure to stick around for that. For right now, though, let's send it back inside to the studio with Kelly. All right, thank you very much, Kelly. That's right, we're back here at Synergy Sports Complex, and we're talking pitching. We're bringing back in Robbie Brogdon. He is the CEO of the Sewega Coyotes, which is a relatively new but pretty fast-growing softball organization down here in the region. Now, Robbie, before in the break, you were telling me that something that is kind of behind down here, at least for you guys in the southwest Georgia region, is pitching. So I want you to explain to us why that is, and then we're going to take a look at how you guys kind of train your pitchers going step by step here, which you have some of your players doing for us right now. So explain why pitching is a little bit behind down here.
Pitching is a little behind down here because we were the last region of the state of Georgia to leave slow pitch and go to fast pitch. So that automatically put us behind, and we've been struggling to catch up ever since. What we have here is we have 4 of our pitchers from our 12U team from last year, and they were our first team that we had, and they're all in different phases of their warm-up. On the far end, we have Emily, and she's doing her snaps. That's the first part of warming up pitching. And then next over is Sarah, and she's doing her T-motion, which is just kind of going a little further advanced in the snap and making sure she gets her glove out and aims it right at the catcher. And then we have Allie in the next line, and she's doing her walkthroughs, which essentially just kind of gets their timing down and speeds everything up. And then last, and certainly not least, we have Jana here, full pitching on the rubber. And all of them have their catchers, which were all trained here at Synergy Sports Academy. So.
Absolutely. Now, is this something that you guys do every single time that you practice and before you warm up for a game?
Our pitchers do all 4 of these phases before every game. Practice sometimes, but pitching has to be practiced. It's kind of more individual practice, and we recommend that they do it 3 to 4 times a week.
I got it. Now, again, let's talk about your tryouts coming up this Saturday. Tell us who you're looking to have come out to that, and tell us where they're going to be.
Well, we're looking for anybody that's interested in playing. You know, we'll look at everybody that comes out. You know, always looking for pitching, always looking for catching. But tryouts are in Leesburg at the Kinship Finney Sports Complex, and they start with a 10 and under at 10 o'clock.
Excellent. All right, Robbie Brogdon from the Sewega Coyotes softball organization. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, excellent. Kelly, back to